Okay guys, welcome back. So we're here for another episode, another challenge. Challenge with the big man. He's laid the gauntlet yet again.
Yes.
With a tough one, a really tough one. The flipped around driver challenge.
Flipped around driver challenge, yeah.
Kind of one of the core tricks from the trick shot people out there, you know, flipping around a driver and whipping it up over 300 yards. But you need some serious hand-eye coordination to shorten the effective toe to heel width, which is the depth of the head becomes the toe and the heel.
Yeah.
When you flip that around like that, you know, you're playing with maybe just less than half of the head.
And you're also looking like the shaft is sitting on the top of the club. And so I watched Al's. I watched the premiere actually. It was live. It was very good. It looked hard though. I will say it looked hard. He cracked a few. Yeah. I think we got 284 to beat.
284. Okay.
It doesn't look easy though. Doesn't look easy.
No. So we were obviously trying to think about how we can put our TXG flavor on it as we do, and how do we engineer this club in order to fit the challenge and kind of make it do its thing. So we looked at certainly rotating the head 90 degrees. So we now have the toe down. So we've taken a head that we can manage the CG location.
So
I mean,
good.
it's just even the fact that we're putting this much
I love it
hilarious. Managing the CG location in the toe to pull the CG down to give us high launch, low spin. We're also taking the loft. We took a 9-degree head and turned it down into 7.5.
Perfect.
So because the more loft you have on it when you tilt the head 90 degrees, you'll basically point that face to the right.
A high loft driver's pointed in the nets, and then this one's a little less offset.
This is it. It's basically making it like a little fade bias driver.
It's still close, but I just won't have to aim as far left.
That's the hard thing for most people who just pick one out the bin. Maybe it's got 10.5 to 11 degrees on it, and it's got a pretty soft shaft, etc., etc. All those things, you gotta manage that face angle.
That's what Big Al did. I'm pretty sure. Stock stiff. Don't think he played with the loft.
Okay.
We're doing it though.
We know the big man has the advantage most of the time on club speed.
Oh, he does for sure.
He's just
100%.
He's just a machine when it comes to his club head speed. So we've got to kind of try and sneak little 1%, get those marginal gains and pull them back in our favour.
Yes, and compound them into a win, hopefully.
Into a win.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start a few and let's see what we've kind of got.
Let's make some contact, shall we?
I think that's the first place to start. 3 to 4 shots, getting comfortable with that.
Strange. Okay, so I'm gonna aim. I think I need to aim probably. What it looks like to me is the club needs to be pointed about there.
I love that.
And so I'll just set my feet accordingly. I don't know what to do with my ball position, but I feel like forward's good.
Forward, I think, is good. I think certainly the managing your spin loft, making sure it's moving upward as the loft isn't pointing too much upward.
Gotcha. All right, try not to break the quad here. Contact.
That's really, really strong for your first go, dude. Stop it.
Okay, it's not enough, but it was close.
Okay, 281.
Oh. Ow.
The inverted club head.
Coming for you.
GC God doesn't know what to make of this.
What did it say? Yeah,
so it said it was in the toe, which basically means it's in the lower half of the head, right? Which is fair. Which is fine. So we're trying to manage obviously ball speed, launch, and spin as we are. So yeah, I think a little bit less curve on that and a little bit more launch. That speed is enough to hit it over 300.
Speed. You can't make yourself swing full clip at this. I feel like I'm going to break it.
Imagine,
Yeah, something weird about it. I feel like I'm going to stick this in the ground.
Dial it back a little bit. So
a little bit, I'm going to try to hit up on the ball a bit more.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit more launch, a little more air time.
I think that should help, eh? I think it said I was only 1 degree up, although I don't know if it knows that for sure.
It's got a chance.
Oh, sorry, Al.
Oh!
Sorry, Al.
Sorry, Al.
I hit that one good.
That was good. So that was launch conditions.
Yeah. Higher launch that time, right?
Yeah. So 12.9 and 2600 at 157. So your previous one was quicker, actually.
Yes, definitely. I made better contact with the last one, but I don't think it was launching, and it didn't launch as high. It launched low.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so
sorry, Al.
Sorry, Al.
I know he's not going to be super pleased. I need to get one over 300.
Yeah, that's a new. We'll pass it back to him.
He can. I told him if he did it again, he'll be better at it.
Yeah,
I know he will.
Maybe some thoughts, in terms of setting the club up for him and things like that.
We'll send him a little cheat sheet of club notes.
All right, let's see where we can get this here. So,
Okay.
270 in the air there, 287. Yeah, over 300 is very achievable.
Let's go.
Oh boy. Oh, that's got to be
Go!
3-0.
Oh, it might
Oh,
go
okay,
a
so
bit.
just
Okay.
under 3, 298. Ay. 167 ball speed.
How's
Flipped around.
How come it went so short then?
The launch isn't quite high enough.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just needs a little more launch.
So if I swing fast again and get up on it again.
I think your kind of management of the height will be in relation to keeping the face left.
It is bizarre to think about raising launch when the face is pointed over there instead of up there.
Yeah. I think, and this is a good little nugget for lots of people who are struggling to kind of keep the ball in the air. Look at your shape of shot.
True.
If you're curving it too much, the chances are your face is close to the path, which is taking the loft and reducing it. So
good point.
The loft. I mean, who knows how that's measuring? These deliveries are obviously not valid because we don't have the club in its proper orientation. But I think you keeping the club to the left, the face to the left, Matty, will get your launch up over 12. And
gotcha.
That's where 300 yards comes from.
Okay.
Same speed as that.
Same
though.
speed,
That
a little
was
bit of face angle.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was a good one.
Sayonara.
That's so good. Oh, yes. oh, yes.
Wow, 305. That's too good.
Do we stop?
We do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
11 and a half launch, 26, 168. Perfect management of the club face there.
That really helped. I just felt a little bit of that.
Yeah, just keep
hang on
that
to
face
it.
there for a little bit longer, brought your launch up, kept the launch conditions where it needed to be, but you made equally as good contact. So, and I think pulling that, knowing that you're always going to be striking it low in the head, which in this representation means toe side, moving the mass closer to that area is where you're going to sneak a few extra miles an hour ball speed.
No doubt that made a big difference.
Definitely.
Absolutely no doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, so Al has got 305. We'll send it back. Send it back to Al.
We're sending it back.
I think he can beat that, and then maybe we'll have to have round two.
We might have to have our little round two.
I think he can get 310 out of it.
I think that's a nice place to leave it, and
Yes.
because I think Al can get there with that. We certainly know he's got the club head speed. So
Yes.
let's see if by I'll go lower in loft, as low as you can in loft, because you create the loft by how you basically take your setup. Try and get the weight in the toe to bring that CG down. It'll be more in line with the strike, and swing like a gorilla.
Yeah,
That's
he's
the formula.
He's got to go stiffer aftermarket shaft because I think he uses stock.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those three things, he'll be good. Be good to go.
He will be great.
And a high T, very high T. His
Yep.
least favorite thing, but you can't do it without it.
Yeah, and I think that's probably for Al is more of a comfort, like a default, teeing it
is.
down because he does squeeze it a little bit more and things like that.
Yeah.
So with this, almost I think hitting down could be somewhat to his advantage.
Agreed.
In that it could move the strike up the head a little bit.
And get a
So-
knuckler, yeah. This
So-
was probably, what are these, standard 3.5-inch tees?
Yeah, about that.
So they were placed at their highest. So I would say if you can get a 4-inch tee,
Get it in there.
why not?
Tell you, that's a
I mean, I
hell
don't
of
want
an
to
effort.
lose, but we won round one.
Yeah, round one, I think send it back, and I think if Al can sneak it over that, we'll have a decider.
I love
it.
A final.
We'll have another little go, and we'll see if we can max it out, because that was good, but if 168 ball speed, we know how far you normally hit it out of 168 ball speed, so if we can have a little change to some of those launch conditions, I think 320 and plus and above is manageable.
Sure, the raw ingredients are there, just launch and spin needs to change.
Yeah.
Love it.
So we get to geek out always. I mean,
Always.
that's the thing. We don't stop thinking about different ways in which we can configure golf clubs to perform their optimal, even if they're flipped 90 degree on their toe. So
There's no way you would stop
I
customizing it.
know, which is cool. All right, Al, thank you for the challenge as always. We're sending it back to you, my man. I think the formula's in there. have a whale at a few of those, and we'll look forward to round 2.
Yes.
Okay, stay tuned for more, guys. We'll see you again soon.